I have some very important information for you. It's time to learn about apples. We're going to be learning about apples while you watch me make an angry apple in Blender. Let us begin. Apples are native to Central Asia, or more specifically, the region that is modern-day Kazakhstan. The history of humans eating apples can actually be traced back to around 6500 BC. It's likely that apples spread to other regions of Asia and ultimately other continents through trade routes. After thousands of years of commerce in apple growing, there are now over 7,000 varieties of apples worldwide. The top countries regarding apple production include China, the United States, Turkey, Poland, and Italy. But we all know that American apples are the best and by far the most thick, and by thick I mean THICC. Anyways, now that you know a little bit about the origin of the apple master race, we can get into the scientific information. Apple trees belong to the same family as beautiful roses, and the study of apples is referred to as pomology. Apples, like many other organisms, are comprised of primarily water, around 85% to be specific. So if you encounter somebody dying of thirst, just throw some apples at them and they should be good. Make sure to throw it really hard enough to hurt the recipient. Remember, pain is just weakness leaving the body. You're actually helping them by pelting them with apples. Now back to the apple science. You may be thinking of growing your own apple tree. Well, you're in luck. Apple trees only take a measly 4 to 5 years to start producing fruit. That means if you're 20 years old right now, you shove an apple seed in the dirt, you should have some delicious apples ready for you on your 24th birthday. Not only are apples delicious, they are nutritious as well. Some of the nutrients they contain are B-complex vitamins like riboflavin and thiamine, and B6, which are good for your blood and nervous system. Additionally, things like calcium, potassium, phosphorus, fiber, and vitamin C can be found in apples. Apples also contain other cool stuff like quercetin and catechin and chlorogenic acid. You may be wondering, what the hell does that mean? Fortunately, I will explain it to you. These three things are known as antioxidant plant compounds and are actually quite good for you. Catechin can also be found in green tea, and chlorogenic acid is also found in coffee beans. Unfortunately, now that I've gone through some of the benefits, we have to go into potential risk. Mind you, there are not many, but the potential for harm beyond being pelted with apples does exist. Apples can cause some problems for you if you happen to have IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome, or fructose intolerance, which is a real thing and can include other fruits as well. In addition to that, apple seeds, which some call pips, not a joke, contain amygdalin. The amygdalin in pips gives them the awesome power of releasing cyanide when they come in contact with digestive enzymes. This means apples are not only great for pelting unsuspecting humans, with a little creativity they can also poison them. In all seriousness, apple poisoning is very unlikely and virtually impossible for your average human to accomplish even if they tried to poison themselves. The amount of seeds you would have to ingest to kill yourself is well over 100. This means you would have to eat over 10 apples, including the cores, chew the seeds, all in a rather short period of time to be successful. In other words, don't worry about it unless you happen to have the appetite of a starving whale. To conclude, I want to give you some tips on how you can preserve and prepare your tasty apples. First of all, apples last much longer if they are stored in a refrigerator, preferably in a crisper drawer. If you don't know what a crisper drawer is, don't worry about it, it's not that important. However, when apples are stored at room temperature, they ripen 6 to 10 times faster. Yes, I said 6 to 10 times faster. So don't be lazy, put your dang apples in the dang fridge. Also, in case you were wondering, the best apples for baking, I'm saying this because they don't get mushy at high temperatures, include Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, and Melrose apples. Apples that people tend to prefer not baking and just eating by themselves are Gala, Red Delicious, and Macintosh apples, although you are free to cook and eat whatever varieties you prefer. Okay, that's all for now. If you thought this video was cool, be sure to click the thumbs up because apparently it's real important. You can also subscribe and click the notification bell if you really like this video. I'll provide a link to the completed Angry Apple model on Sketchfab in the description, along with all the sources that I used to research the Apple Master Race. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an arcane and convoluted day.